It's July 11th, and it's just a pleasure as always to be here and to go through a bit of the Word as we go through the one-year Bible. It's so important to be in the Word every day, especially in this trying time with people falling away and just such a time of sin and the people not putting God first or caring what He thinks or living their life for God. And that's what we see in so many different ways. It's really, I think in the history of man, very prophetic time as far as the world turning from God and not caring. But yeah, there's brief moments of just joy, like the Roe versus Wade, where we honored the sanctity of life and other things. There's Christians out there who are still fighting the good fight for sure. And that's why being in the Word is so important. It feeds you every day. And while we may wane in tough times, in the dark night of the soul, if you will, God is then there for us even more as he still sustains us during that time of drought and feeds us in our time of troubles. So this verse is really in that. It really is the awe of God on both the side of goodness and his, I call it, frightening power. This is Proverbs 9:1 to 10. So just a amazing. It's gonna be Psalms 9:1 to 10. Just amazing. Thing of when you look at God, how amazing his greatness is on all sides. So Psalms 9:1 to 10. I praise you, Lord, with all my heart. I tell of all the marvelous things you have done. I will be filled with a joy because of you. I will sing your praises to your name, Most High. My enemies retreat, they stagger and die when you appear. For you have judged it in my favor, and your throne have judged with fairness. You have rebuked the nations, destroyed the wicked. You have erased the names forever. The enemy is finished, endless ruin. The cities uprooted as you now forgotten them. But the Lord reigns forever, executing judgment from his throne. He will judge the world with justice and rule the nations with fairness. The Lord is a shelter for the oppressed and refuge of trouble. Those who know your name trust in you. For you, O Lord, you do not abandon those who search for you. And that's really the summary of what I'm saying today. Search for God. I struggle daily. I think if a lot of pastors and people were honest, they would say it very clearly that they're not perfect. In fact, my pastor I'm under said that in his sermon. He's imperfect, and we struggle and we hurt, and we have scars from youth, and we have scars from Christians hurting us and people who love us hurting us. Sometimes our children, sometimes our wives, sometimes people in business, and yet we need to rise above that and show kindness and goodness and still love people who haven't been good to us. But on that note, I'm praised that God had a plan for us with Christ, because his awesome power. There's only one that can send you to hell, and that's God. I will never judge anybody. I try to show love to everybody. People who've wronged me, people I love, but only God should be feared. Fear that his judgment was come upon you should be a great fear on a daily basis, which I think is very much lost in the true message of Christ. Even though Christ keeps saying, turn from your sin and follow me, but don't sin anymore. And part of love is obedience. So I think this is a good summary for the day. I think it's a great start of the week. I pray you all doing well. I say this in Christ's name.